4 of the Arya Bark Design podcast. My name is Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. In today's episode we will have a little coming in. We have 2 projects going out. I currently have 1 whip. So with any luck and fingers crossed, this will be a short podcast. So to start off onto administration, you can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. You can find me on Ravelry as Arya Bark, or alternatively as Sultra, which is my personal Ravelry account. I am on Instagram as Arya Bark Designs. We have a Ravelry group, which is under the groups tab, and it's Arya Bark Designs in there. We also have a private group for subscribers and viewers, and that can be found on the aryabark.co.uk website under community, then groups. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs, and we also have a Ko-fi page set up if you wish to support the podcast. Right now it's mostly getting used by threatening Ryan and Andrew to donate so that I can have prizes. I'm currently hosting a make-along in both the Ravelry and the private group. It is the New Things Make-along 2020. The aim of the New Things Make-along is to learn something new or try something new. Any possible way it's new to you counts as an entry. So it could be a new designer, a new yarn, a new colourway. Let's be honest, I'm not the make-along police. As long as you can justify how it is new to you, by all means please enter. Whips are allowed because I actually started this thread on the 18th of October thinking that I would do a podcast round about then. Clearly I didn't. It will run until the 31st of December. You do have to be a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on the website. You can enter as many projects as you like. Obviously each project would have to be in some way new. There will be prizes drawn from both the chat thread and the finished object thread. I may have to talk nice to Ryan and Andrew to see if they'll buy something. If you are interested in joining, by all means hop into either group. The plan will be to have each entry on a spreadsheet and a random number generate so we can have the 2 places going at the same time. So if you are interested in joining, it'd be great to see you. Next, I would like to say a massive thank you to my friend Jane for the shout out last week. I'm not going to lie, there were some tears. I really appreciate the support and encouragement that I get from Jane when it comes to everything Arya Bark. I will say I'm a little ticked off. Let's say ticked off. Insert a sweary word. Jane and I were due to meet up. I was so excited to meet up, and then the Scottish Government decided you're not allowed to go out your council area, which means Jane and I stay, from my house to Jane's house there's 4 council areas. I have, this shows you how desperate I am, Jane. I have thought of several ways that I can justify why I need to travel from one end of Scotland to the other, or from one end of Scotland to the middle, and given the powers that the Scottish Police now have, we unfortunately had to come to the realisation it wasn't going to happen until the restrictions have been lifted. I genuinely cannot wait to meet up with Jane and Bobby. We have made plans. There will be lunch. There's more than likely going to be some rule buying. I am thoroughly looking forward to meeting up with my friend. Hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. But again, I just want to say a massive thank you for the shout outs and the support, and I will probably speak to you later. I only have a few things coming in this week. Only one of them did I actually purchase, the other one was a gift. So we'll jump straight in. These I'd actually purchased 2 weeks ago. Well, I actually purchased them 3 weeks ago and then had them sent to my old address. Don't know where they went to. Had to reorder, but they are sock blockers. Now these are handmade wooden sock blockers. I got them from eBay. Now the seller is called Smirnoff BRD, which I think is possibly Bird. Now they are sold individually. These ones are the size UK size 4 to 6. They are £2.69 each, or you can get a pair. And I paid £5.38 for the two. To be honest, that's a pretty cheap price for sock blockers. Now they do have a really nice finish. There's no any snags or anything on them. What I might actually do is I do have yacht paint. Don't have a yacht. That was bought for making, I can't remember what they're called, there's wee stones that my niece makes. We bought them to varnish them. I'll just paint some of that on it and that'll waterproof it, and I'll be able to block my socks on these. These ones are the UK size 8 to 10. These will be for Ryan and Andrew's socks. Again, these ones were £3.59 each. I did buy 2 and they came to £7.18. And these are little llamas. I would definitely buy some more of these if I actually blocked my socks more than once. I only ever block my socks once I've made them. After that they get whacked in the washing machine and then hung in front of the radiator to dry. But they're really nice quality. I will leave a link to the seller's eBay in the show notes. So if you want to go purchase them, you can. So that is them. The next item this was received through the post, and it was my Advent swap, and I was very excited when this came. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to Raylene. I loved it. I'll stick pictures at both sides. I got this on Thursday. On Thursday morning when I was taking Andrew to his work, it was a wee bit nippy. And I just happened to mention, I think I might need to make myself some mitts because the steering wheel was freezing. I love these. These have never been off. Every time I go out in the car, these are on. I'll show you. I love these. They fit. They have a bit of stretch. So when it's really cold, I can literally tuck my hand right in. These are amazing. The other thing I got was the biscuits. I would love to show you the biscuits, but I ate them. Arya got one. She loved your biscuits. I did share them with Ryan and Andrew. And by share, I mean, I think they got 2. Ryan might have possibly got 3. Really, Andrew would really like that recipe. He quite likes his bacon, and he thought they were amazing. The box has now been moved out the road of temptation. I genuinely cannot wait until the 1st of December. I do want to say a massive thank you to Jane for organising the swap. And honestly, Raylene, I'm so thrilled with my parcel. I cannot wait. So excited. Going out, the dress is still not finished. I'm having a very hot week this week, and the chances of me wearing it to check for the buttons will not be happening anytime soon. If it wasn't virgin on indecency, I would be running about here naked because I am roasting all the time. And let's face it, I don't need my neighbour next door getting ideas. So that's still to be finished. I have finished a secret design, and hopefully by next week I'll be able to show you it because the parcel's getting sent away later in the week. The parcel will be sent away, but I can't show you the yarn, so I just can't show you what it is. God, mines are still hanging out. So the yarn I used was the Drops Big Merino, and it is shade 10, and that's the amethyst colour. This is 100% wool. It's yarn group C, which I looked up is an Aran or a worsted weight yarn. You get 75 metres in 50 grams. I don't know why I was about to say 500, but it is definitely 50 grams. I crafted this project on a 4.5 and a 5mm, my 5mm Knit Pro Zings, and I managed to use 189 metres, so I'm really pleased at that. As I said, this will be getting sent out, blocked and sent out I would really like to do a podcast where I don't show people their gifts prior to them receiving it. As I was saying, I'm hoping to get the parcel sent on Friday. It will be sent either special delivery or recorded delivery. I can't remember what I did last year. but it guarantees it for the next day. So hopefully on Monday, once the recipient has received their gift, I'll be able to show you what I'm working on. Now, I have made a decision. I have had a lot of subscribers. I have had a lot of members join my group. What I've decided to do is this pattern won't be put on general sale. This pattern will be a free download for Arya Bark members, either on the podcast group, on Ravelry, or the group on the website. There will be more details on Monday. There is another thing that I'm wanting to do with it, but I can do that over the weekend. My next finished object is Andrew's Christmas socks, which are here. This is where I was last week. I've managed to do the full leg and the cuff, and my ends are still ends hanging out and everything. I'm so pro. What I will say, if you're looking for a professional, polished podcast, you are totally in the wrong place. I'm hoping to get better. Right now, I'm a hot mess. Literally hot. Hey ho, nobody's perfect. So, these are Andrew's Christmas socks. He's got massive feet. They don't fit on the sock blockers. They don't even fit on the other sock blockers, but they'll have to do. So this pattern is the sock pattern generator by Rachel Leggett. These are an 80 stitch sock. Try saying that fast when you're drunk. I cast on the number of stitches as per the pattern. I increased to 80 stitches. I did 84 rounds for the foot. Added in the shadow stitch heel. I'll leave a information card to the tutorial for that. I then done 72 rounds for the leg. Done a 1x1 twisted rib. We're trying him with that one because he's still not sure what rib he likes. So we've tried a 1x1 twisted rib. I don't know, the one mistake I have made with it is the rib is kind of short. And what's going on there? The rib is slightly short. I don't know why all I did was 11 rounds and then the bind off, so there's like 12 rounds. That's all that is. Normally the minimum amount of rounds I'll do for a cuff is 15. And then the bind off. So I dare say he's going to ask for the cuffs to be bigger on his next socks. They were made from West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply in colour 129, which is the Dusty Miller, and that was done for the toes, the heels and the cuff. And number 861, which is Bullfinch, again West Yorkshire Spinners. I used a 2.25mm higher 9-inch circular, and I worked both of them concurrently. Let's not be posh, we'll just say at the same time. Now, I used 80 metres of the bullfinch and I used 88 metres of the Dusty Miller, so that was 22 grams for both the toes, heels and cuffs, and I used 63 grams of the bullfinch, so that's 251 metres. So I'm quite pleased. Andrew's got socks. My face won't be getting whinged off. Hey, where's my socks? You don't finish my socks yet? Yes, I have. Here you go. Stop your whinging. So that brings my stash down stats. I'm still trying to get to what I had at the beginning of the year. My starting total was 26,412 metres that I'd already used up this year. I've now used an additional 528 metres. Don't get too shocked, I've not added anything. I know, it's a miracle. Which brings my total up to 26,940 metres. I am officially 2,940 metres over my 24,000 metre target. However, I'm still 9,018 metres away from crafting as much as what I've brought in. But we're getting there. Whether I get to the 9,000 metres by the end of the year, probably not. I currently only have one active whip at the moment, and that is the Tunisian mitered blanket. This is the blanket that's based on the bandwagon blanket by Beth Graham. Now, this was free on Ravelry at one point. It's no longer available on Ravelry. I would have it out. Honestly, I'm just too lazy to go walk over there and pick it up. I've not actually put any more squares on it, so I'll stick a picture in from last week because it's literally sitting at the exact same place. I'm just using various scraps that I've received in swaps or leftover for socks. I am using a 4.5 Knit Pro Symphony Tunisian hook. I'm just going to keep working on it. Now, what do I have lined up? I'm wanting to do a DK version of the member design. I've not really decided what yarn I'm going to use just now. Although Jane, that Instagram message yesterday, seriously considering it. Because Andrew and Ryan's socks are finished, I'm wanting to do my own Christmas socks. That was the Silent Night and the Fairy Light Sparkle. I'm going to try to do both pairs of socks at the same time. We've all heard of 2 at a time. I'm doing 4. I've decided to put the Advent socks into hibernation just now. Thanks to the absolutely gorgeous swap from Raylene, they're not really a priority just now. Because I'm wanting to do my Christmas socks, I'll probably not get the simple cows started because I'm kind of wanting them done by December. So that's really all I've got lined up at the moment. If you would like to join in the make along, please do, you're more than welcome. If I don't see you in the groups, hopefully you will have a very crafty week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!